Good evening. I'm very honored and humbled to be able to speak in front of you all tonight. I'm here to speak about the future, about the power of belief, about the power of free will choice. We look out at our world. There's a million podcasts and a billion books and so many movies and TV shows and documentaries and so many different perceptions of reality. And if you start to listen to people speak and talk who are comfortable sharing vulnerably their inner worlds, how they think, how they perceive themselves, what they believe to be true about life, about who they are, about reality, about other people, about anything. And you start to see how that inner world reflects so much of their outer reality. What they deeply have believed to be true for most of their life is what their life ends up becoming. Now, you even listen to people who become very successful at a particular trade or art or anything like that. Something that takes a lot of dedication, a lot of courage. Performers, entertainers, musicians, athletes, speakers, anybody. People who deeply believe in something being meant for them, that there was no other choice but to keep going. And sure enough, their belief and their faith and their dedication and their commitment to what they believed to be true was possible for them, it ends up becoming a reality. And these stories are incredibly inspirational and beautiful. But unfortunately, what we see more often than that in our world is people who are living very painful lives with a lot of grief and suffering and resentment, depression. And this isn't because people are unworthy or because they deserve that or they're bad or anything like that. It's because so many people are raised by other people who feel like that. And that has been going on for generations. The wounds of the past really are passed down. And we look out at our world and it's become quite clear. If you look around, we have all the resources we could need. I mean, our population has skyrocketed over the last couple hundred years. And yet, even with that many more people, I mean, I don't think we even hit 1 billion people until maybe 100 years ago or something like that. I don't know the exact numbers, but I know that we have absolutely skyrocketed from the human population that used to exist on the planet. And somehow Our grocery stores are absolutely filled to the brim with food. We have so many resources. Money continues to grow in the world, the amount of money. I mean, there's so much money in the world. And it seems to keep growing. Almost arbitrarily. um, we're not lacking for resources. But what we do have is a distribution problem and a mindset problem. And this is really important. This is all really important because everyone's sharing ideas about how things should be, or, this economic model is better than this economic model, or this system's better than this system, or this program, or this plan, or whatever. And, there's a million different things we could do that are better than what we've got right now. There are a million different things we could do that would be so much more supportive to people, that would help people get out of poor health and uh, borderline poverty, and we could take care of each other so much better. We could make things so much more affordable. We could actually cooperate and support each other. But there's these mindsets that for you to receive any of this stuff, to receive help, you have to earn it. And we really need to question that. Remember, our beliefs are important. And we are creating the future right now. Our future is not set in stone. Everybody's trying to predict the future. We're still writing it every day. Every day is a new opportunity, a blank canvas for us to write the future on. What is what we've created to this point. What will be is up to us. And if we are going to create a world that is peaceful, healthy, abundant, supportive, and connected, because I'll tell you right now, our world is extremely disconnected. Mental illness is so prevalent, even among people who seem to be successful. Our physical health is something that's not so great either. Our coherence is not so great. Suicides, mass shootings, school shootings, genocides. You look around, there's plenty of people who will show you how disconnected we are from ourselves, from our truth, from who we really are, from our true nature. And we keep moving faster. We keep trying to do more, produce more, achieve more, learn more. And maybe that's not the answer. Maybe that's just creating more stress. Maybe what we need is to slow down. to be present with each other. And instead of trying to tell each other what's wrong with us, what's wrong with you, what's wrong, how can you be better, how can, maybe we listen to people. Maybe we take the time to listen to what other people are going through. Maybe that's why people are disconnected, because our world expects people to be a certain way. And the people who are hurting the most, the people who physically or mentally or emotionally can't handle what's going on right now in the world, can't handle their own life, maybe we need to take time to listen to them. I used to be one of them. Someone who was just drowning, suffocating in this world because I didn't know who I was. Because I felt unsupported. Just by the way I was expected to be, and I didn't know why I carried so much pain. I didn't know why I resorted to such coping mechanisms that were so extreme at different points just to get by. I've always deeply wanted to understand the world, understand suffering, understand God if I could, what reality really is, what this universe is, how it works, if it has a way that it works. And at a certain point, I was so frustrated with myself and with the way things were, and trying to be the way that I was told to be, taught to be, the way the world said I should be to be successful, to take care of myself, to do this, to do that. And it didn't explain why I was the way I was. It didn't make any sense. And so at a certain point, I cried out of frustration, like, is this all my life is? I don't want to be right anymore. This is too painful. This is too much. I don't want to be right anymore. I just want to know the truth. And when I humbled myself, when I stopped trying to do it alone, I didn't even know if something was listening. But sure enough, the message I needed to remind me of who I really am, of who we really are, is what came. And this is why belief is so powerful. It's because who we really are is not just a physical being in a physical world where everything is mechanical, everything's just fixed. We live in an infinitely intelligent, energetic world. Quantum physics has proven to us what spiritual masters and teachers and leaders have been saying for thousands of years. There is one source of existence, one eternal source. And everything is coming out of it. All of the atoms, all of the particles, they're all coming out of an infinite, formless field. And it's just one singular field, which they call the quantum field. But the quantum field really is just the mind of God. Think about it. Every single particle in existence knows exactly what it's supposed to be. At the atomic level, the atoms that make up me and the atoms that make up you are virtually the same. The atoms that make up the tree behind me, the chair, the house, the entire earth, the entire universe, the atoms are all pretty much the same. And yet every single atom knows exactly what it's supposed to be at all times, in every moment. In every moment, an atom is not confused about what it should be. It just is what it's supposed to be. Somehow it just knows. Somehow it just flows and changes. And we know that this isn't just a static mechanical thing where everything is just flowing in a specific pattern and so it's just a machine or a simulation that we're inside of. It's just an algorithm. That's not it either. And how do we know that? Because, we have free will. We have free will, and there's an evolution that seems to take place in a specific type of pattern. So there's freedom, there's nuance, there's intelligence. We don't live in a stupid physical world where like a rock is just a rock. Everything is divine intelligence. Consciousness arises from that field as well. So we are consciousness. Consciousness is what we are. Divine intelligence is what we're made of. And because the future isn't fixed, that means we're creators. Our choices, our free will choices, and the way we choose to perceive things and the things that we choose to do, that's what the future becomes. Both as individuals and collectively. And so if we want to create a world in which people are free and supported and healthy and know that they're loved, we need to get clear on who we are. And the truth is, we are all of the same source. We are all of God. We are all divine children of God. We are all love in form. In truth, the essence of you and I is no different. You are me and I am you. And the only difference, the only separation is what we perceive. And even people who are very lost, who do not know who they are, who have forgotten love, who have been filled with pain and trauma and horrible things that have happened to them, they are not evil. They are not bad. They are not wrong. They are not mistakes. They are just lost. They have forgotten love. We are all love in form. And each of us has remembered or not remembered love to a certain degree. But what heals someone who has forgotten love? It certainly isn't shaming them and condemning them and telling them how bad they are. That doesn't seem to help. If anything, that makes things worse. I think we can all see that. No, what reminds people of love is when we choose to be love. When we choose to love someone, even if we don't like what they do, even if we don't like the choices they've made in the past, even if they've done really heinous, horrible, nasty, disgusting, vile, painful things, all of that came from their own pain and distortions of reality. We live in a quantum reality of infinite possibilities. We live in the mind of God. And God is not just a neutral observer somewhere. God is in every particle, every being in existence. God is right there with you. And God, yes, loves you unconditionally. Yes, honors your free will, whether you choose love or not. But God is also there to support you, to be there with you. And if we open up to the love that is within us, the love that we are made of, and we learn how to start seeing our world as sacred, holy, love in motion, and we start seeing people that way, we start seeing our bodies that way, and we start to treat our life and our world with reverence and respect, and we stop being so hell-bent on certain opinions and ideas and politics and religious beliefs and all these things, and we just get back to the crux, to the main core of what's real. And what's real is you are loved infinitely and unconditionally. You are already worthy of abundance. You are already worthy of life. You are already worthy of goodness and support and connection. It's not something you have to earn. It's not something you have to work really hard for. But it is something you have to choose. And choosing is the first step to our healing as a people. To choose to see that we are all one. To choose to see that we are all love. And anything that is not of love is just coming from a wounded place. And any wound can be healed. Because again, we're not just decaying physical meat suits. We are divine intelligence in motion. And our belief, because we are consciousness, because we are the creators of our future, our belief can change a whole lot, especially when enough of us start to believe in what's true. The eternal truth is simple. The world makes things complex and complicated, but the eternal truth is simple. And this is why Jesus narrowed it down to two of the most important things out of anything you could possibly put your focus on or believe in. One, love God with all your heart. Because God is everything. God is inside you. You are made of God. You are one with God. And God is supporting you if you let it. And number two, love your neighbor as yourself because they are. Literally, metaphorically, symbolically, all of it. They are you in another form. And they are worthy of your respect and your love. And if we just start to see those two things, if we start to come together around what unites us in our eternal truth, in our eternal nature, it won't be long before the rest of the problems take care of themselves naturally. But all of this can only happen if we choose to slow down, sit with our own pain, and develop that direct connection with our heart, with our source. Remember that it's always been there. And if we lead from the heart, that'll solve everything. Thank you for listening. I love you guys.